Hi, this is Dan Hutchison, Director of Sports Science for Perform-X Sports Training Systems out of Denver, Colorado. Here we're going to look at a few different pieces of equipment today involved with the Perform-X training systems and explain to you all of the different concepts and different uses and exercises that can be formed with these devices. The first one we're going to look at here is the Trak Rack and Bench X system. The Trak Rack is really unique in regards to other squat racks throughout the country because it has our patented Trak-X system all over the frames of the machine. So now we have capabilities for variable loading or cord loaded resistance for a number of different exercises. Okay? First we're going to look at the track system on the front just so you can get a good feel of what it looks like and how it works. So we have a 4-foot piece of track in the front, and we'll demonstrate this in a minute, but this will involve all types of functional movement that we can do off the front. The clip, the Perform-X clip, clips right into the track system and allows an easy and safe anchoring point for all types of cord-loaded movement. Okay? So the first one we're going to demonstrate here with Dylan is we're going to do the bench press first. Okay? So just like your standard system for the bench press, we have the J-hooks, obviously, and then we have a safety system as well that will be adjusted based on the arm length of the individual. If we're doing a squat exercise, it will be based on the height of the individual. Okay? So same concept with the track. We're going to hook in the cords. These are going to be our bench press cords into the Trak-X system. You'll notice here on the bench cords, we have just 2 loops in this system. Okay? With the squat system, we're going to have a 4-loop system. And all of these loops, based on inches of stretch, will be charted so you know the exact resistance is based on the arm length or height of the individual. Okay? So we'll put the bench cords on first, just on the gray resistance. These will typically go on the outside after the weight has been loaded and the safety clamps are on. This is the safest way to do it and the easiest way to manipulate the resistance for different athletes. So Dylan will come in and give us a demonstration here. Again, just like similar bench press, spotter in the back, gives him a nice opportunity to be safe. Dylan will explode through the lift. We'll have him do one more rep here. Down, and fire it straight up and rack it. Good, good. And the key with the variable loading as well is now at the easiest point of the lift, we're going to have the most amount of resistance. Typically individuals, when they perform their lifts, the easiest part is the end. Now with the variable loading, the hardest part is going to be the end. Okay? Second part here as well, I'll have Dylan hold up the squat just to make sure. Again, 4-loop system can be adjusted easy, the same as the bench press system. Okay? Just so you can see him as well. Again, this will be up a little higher. We're going to have the camera come in a little bit closer on this one. Both with bench and squat, the Trak Rack is unique because it has a measurement system on it. Okay? So now this allows you as the coach to measure either the height of the arms or the height of the shoulder so we can adequately dial in the resistance for both the bench press and the squat exercise. So now there's no guesswork. We clip the cord into the rack, we measure the athlete, we put the cords on to the barbell with the free weights, and now we can determine based on how tall the individual is or how long their arm length is, the exact resistance of those cords. Okay, so that covers the bench and the squat aspect of the Trak Rack. Out in front, we're going to have Dylan go into the Hip-X 360 cuff. Now with this system too, again, the key point with this is it hooks into the track system on the rack. So now we can have multiple kids doing multiple activities on this rack unit. Typically in the past this can't be done. But now we're gonna have Dylan we'll have him face straight ahead, Dylan. We'll do just a hip flexion drill. Perfect, just 4 or 5 reps there, Dylan. Again, he's hooked into the track system, safe. Nothing's gonna affect anybody that's doing anything within the rack. So now we can flow this unit with multiple exercises. Nobody's standing around, nobody doing things they shouldn't be doing. Go ahead and take that off, Dylan. The next piece as well, while Dylan's getting his belt on for the next exercise. I'm just going to go ahead and show the upper body movements of this device. Again, same, this is your Alt-X machine, or Alt-X cord. It's hooked into the Trak system, and again, we can do multiple pushing, pulling type exercises. Again, out in front of the machine here, okay, pushes, we flip it around for pulls, okay. If we're doing any type of rehab drills, athletic training room activities, we can do shoulder and rotator cuff type movements, again, right off the top of the squat rack. So it gives you now an upper body device to utilize on the squat rack, okay? Now we'll look at some lower body device. Dylan's got his belt on here. These are lower body system cords, which will be hooked in to the Trak system as well, and this will hook onto the belt for Dylan. We'll give you one side here, Dylan. Again, an easy clip-on type situation with the belt. So now kids, again, can be doing multiple things on the Trak Rack device while kids are doing traditional strength training movements. So Dylan's just going to do a forward lunge, okay, just out and back, Dylan. Just so you can see now, create some separation away from the rack, okay, multiple drills we can do with these type of cords. But again, they can come right off the Trak Rack system. Good, Dylan, you can come back. Last but not least, go ahead and unhook there, Dylan. We're just going to pull the bench out here, just so we can show you the bench activity. Go ahead and pull it all the way out, Dylan. Bench is your standard adjustable bench, so now we can do a flat bench situation like you saw Dylan before. It can also be adjusted for any type of incline type movement as well, just at both ends, okay? And that's the Bench X system that goes with the Trak Rack.